All right, folks, the day you have all been waiting for has arrived. The exciting PSA reveal edition of my channel is about to begin now. I submitted this order to PSA, I believe on, I don't know, the second or third week in February, so it's been almost right at a month. Not that bad of a turnaround. I did not pay for expedited service, just the standard service. I have not gotten back my 2 vintage cards I submitted. This is all the 1980 and above, more modern. It's a mix of stuff, so if you can cheat ahead here, you can see that I listed everything. Every one of these cards were cards, except for one that I pulled out, or 2, I'm sorry, that I pulled out of a pack, were cards that I've had since I was a kid. A lot of them aren't super valuable. They're just things I really wanted to grade. So I thought, you know what, let's send them in and kind of see what we get here. I've put 2 different numbers on. I did what I think these are, if I had to grade them. I'm being a little cheeky when I say half of these, or I guess 80% of them are 10s, because I know that's not realistic, but obviously you always put a little higher value on your own personal cards than ones you may purchase. So, you know, again, I think a lot of these are in really good condition. I did not submit cards that I thought were in terrible condition, with the exception of the Puckett and Boggs. I have had those for a really long time. I know they're not in great shape. But I really wanted to submit them anyway because they were my personal cards. They were either pulls that I had or trades I did with friends as a kid. So what I've done here, I put down my grade, and then I predicted what I thought PSA would do. I think PSA should give me a couple of 10s on those 2022 cards, but the actual, yeah, we'll find out. All right, so let's get this thing going without further ado. And just so you know, I have not peeked at any of these. I've had the grades available to me for over a week. It has been driving me absolutely bonkers, and I have not cheated and looked ahead at any of them. So let's see what we've got. It does not look like I have a single card that came back ungradable, so that was good. All right, let's take us a look here. All right, so we've got the first card. I don't know if you could see right here. I'll give you a sneak preview. Is the Vladimir Guerrero. That is a 1995 rookie card of Vlad the Impaler. Let's see how we did here. I predicted this is a 10. This is a beautiful card. Show me what's wrong with this card. We can all agree nothing. This card got a mint 9. I believe that's what I expected it to get, which infuriates me only a little bit because I thought they would give me a 9 on this. I don't know what makes this a 9. The corners are sharp as can be. There's absolutely no scratches, no surface damage. I mean, maybe the centering is off just a touch to the right there, I guess. I don't know. Beautiful card, 9. I'm happy enough with that. All right, now we've got a 87 Topps Traded Greg Maddux. I always really liked this card. I bought that Topps Traded set. It was my very first ever Topps Traded set that I bought. Love that set. Really like, of course, was excited about that Maddux, but really I just liked the idea of that set. I was just getting big into collecting. I was 12 years old, just absolutely having the time of my life with collecting cards. So let's see what we got here. Beautiful card. That thing's flawless. Maybe the centering is off a little bit. If I was honest with myself, I would say I think it's a 9 at best. Let's take a look. Net 9, just like I thought. Not too bad. I do love this card. Happy with that for sure. All right, here's one that's a very, very, very tough graded card. This is an 87 Barry Bonds Donruss rookie. They are not kind to these cards. They have to be flawless. There's just so many of them out there. Those are obviously super mass produced, beginning of the junk wax era. So I think I said I thought this one would be, I'm sure I put 10, but I think at best I thought this one would probably be a 9 as well. Actually, I take that back. Oh, that was my Topps. What was the Donruss that I had submitted? Maybe I forgot to add it on here. Or maybe this was the Donruss. All right, let's take a look. It's getting boring. All right, here we go. Centering is obviously off just a touch. I get an 8. Not too bad. I think I had guessed that, and I know it says Topps. I meant to put Donruss. I did not submit an 87 Topps. I thought they might give me a 7. They gave me an 8. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. This is a tough card to get very tough to get a 10, very tough to get a 9. I did notice, by the way, that, I don't know if you guys can see this, at the very top, there is some like rub right there on that card. That was not there that I recall when I submitted it. I'm not blaming PSA. I just think I overlooked that. You can, yeah, I see it really well right there. So anyway, 8, I'm super happy with that. All right, here's one that I didn't really intend to submit initially, and then I thought, you know what, let's just see how it grades out. It's one of those classic best minor league cards. This is the Chipper Jones pre-rookie card. I believe it's a 92. I think it's in flawless condition, but I think that PSA will give this an 8 because they're pretty tough on these as well. So let's see how he did. Gem Mint 10. You gotta be kidding. I did not think I would get any 10s outside of possibly those 2022s. Oh man, I hope that's a good omen for what's coming. I have no idea what this card's worth in a 10, but that's exciting. I'm really jazzed. I was so set to be disappointed, and now I'm just excited. So, all right, moving along here, we got this 92 Bowman Pudge Rodriguez rookie card. I did not have very many 92 Bowman. They were hard to find. When you could find them, they were expensive even back in the early 90s. So I might have picked up a couple of packs here and there. I think most of these came with trades through friends of mine. I had a couple of buddies back in good old Chinook, Kansas. I'll give a quick call out that were also into collecting. And I think I did possibly some trading with those guys to get this card. I have had it since 92. All right, this Ivan Rodriguez, I think it's in perfect condition, which means I think PSA will give me an 8. So let's take a look. 9. Super happy with that. Again, I don't see anything visibly wrong with this card, but again, the centering on these was really tough. And if you look top to bottom, the centering is definitely off a little bit. Fantastic card. Super happy with 9. All right, here's one of the 2022s. This is a Wander Franco. I think this is a rookie card. I honestly don't know a ton about the new stuff. I looked at Franco's numbers. He has been a little disappointing. I think he's one of these prospects like we were talking about today with my loyal subscribers. One of these guys like these big prospects people are paying ridiculous money for that never quite pans out. I hope that's not the case for Franco because he's had some flashes for sure where he's shown he's legit. I think he's here to stay in the majors, but is he going to be a Hall of Famer? It's hard to say. All right, the Franco, I guess it's a camo pink. See, I don't even know anything. It's got the rookie card thing there from Panini Mosaic. This is one I did think I would get a 10. Treat me right, treat me right. Gem Mint 10. Oh, God. This must be worth $28,000. All right, let's I have to go check and see what that thing's worth, but I am super jazzed about that one. Great, great, great. My second 10. I only guessed I would get 2, honestly, and, you know, I'm super happy with what I've got. So, all right, here's a card that I think is actually vintage. I guess before long, PSA will probably treat these as vintage. It's an 85. I loved this card as a kid. It was one that I highly sought after because I loved Kirby Puckett. I just thought he was one of the best pure hitters. I played baseball as a kid and, you know, had dreams of making it to the majors and dreamed to be a player like Puckett. The guy didn't complain. He went about his business and he just performed. I love Kirby Puckett. I would probably later in life, maybe when I have other I guess priorities, I would consider picking this card up and maybe even the Donruss and Fleer versions as well in a better condition. So let's see how rough they were on me here. I feel like they were being very gentle with me with the submission. The Kirby right there, I guess it would be a 7, and I thought PSA might go as dirty as 5, 6. So exactly like I would expect. Let's split the difference. I'm actually extremely happy with getting a 6 with this card. It's not bad, but if you really inspect it close, there's a couple of soft corners. The centering's not perfect. It's got a little bit of print issue, and if you really look closely, there's a couple of smudges on there. I didn't go out of my way to try to clean cards before I sent them. I didn't think that would be a good idea because I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to cleaning cards. See if I can get some of that glare there. There's a couple of scratches. Anyway, 6, I'm happy, really happy. I love that Kirby Puckett card. All right, another card. This guy is the same way. Wade Boggs is an absolute legend, one of my favorite players ever. This is why, see the stain there at the top? It looks like it got a little bit of wax or gum on it from probably being close to the back there. That's why this card would not grade well. There's also a tiny little mark between the E and the B and Boggs here. So with that, I was very realistic with my expectations. I said 7. Thinking PSA might be kind enough to give me a 6. The centering is not perfect. 7. Holy shit. I'm really happy with that. 7 in this 83 Boggs. Love this card. And actually that stain you can see comes through on the front as well. Without that stain, I might have got an 8. So centering's not great, and they did me so good. I'm so happy with PSA right now. All right, this card was another one of my favorites. So in 1995, I bought the complete set of 95 Bowman because I was a little older, I was working, I had at least a touch of money, even though I was still struggling through college. but I didn't have the money to go buy a bunch of packs and start pulling cards. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this as an investment. I really thought it would be a smart idea. Bowman were my favorite cards. That 92 set really set the tone. So I bought the full set, and I pulled this and that Vladimir Guerrero out of that set. Still have that set down here, by the way. And so this card, centering is off just a touch. So again, being honest with myself, you know, let's not joke around here and pretend. It's a 9, right? This card should be a 9. I believe I predicted a 9, and I got a net 9. So I'm super happy with that. Love that card. That's a problem. Even buying a set, like a factory set, you're not guaranteed perfect centering. It's same as buying these wax packs, right? So anyway, next player, he's always a huge favorite of mine. Randy Johnson is the epitome of bad motherfucker. That's all it is. If I had the chance to meet a player one day, I think it might be Randy Johnson. Would be probably top 3 on my list. Just a great performer, fierce, somebody that scared the living shit out of anyone who stepped in against him. I know my friend John has met him and has some great stories there. Again, hopefully one day I'll get the chance. I would love to sit down and have a beer with Randy Johnson. All right, this one here was in pretty good shape. I predicted I would get an 8 here. I don't really remember why I thought I'd get an 8, but a 5. Oh, I finally got one that they did me dirty on. I am not going to lie. Don't believe this was worth the money to send in to get graded at a 5. Oh, my God. All right, I'll take some time later on and inspect and try to figure out why this is a 5. Man, they did me dirty. Holy cow. Maybe that's just it with the 89 Upper Deck set. They grade super strict. I mean, look at the centering on this is flawless. The corners, maybe you can tell me where the issue is. Oh, my God. I don't get it. I mean, is that corner a little bit bumped maybe? And it kind of looks like it in the video. I don't know. I don't see it. Well, that's okay. You can't win them all. First one that I was way off on my prediction. The first one that they did me dirty with. All right, here's another card that I probably shouldn't have bothered sending in, but it's a 90 Leaf Sammy Sosa. 90 Leaf are also like the 92 Bowman. Few and far between. I did not pull any of these out of packs. Any of these I got were through trades with some friends or picking up at shows. I used to go to a couple of card shows in high school as well. Local stuff around the area there in southeast Kansas. All right, my Sammy, I said I think it's a 9 and predicted that PSA would give me an 8. I was right. They gave me an 8. I'm happy with that. I think the card should have been a 9. I really do. PSA is tough on these cards as well. And this one actually is a really good condition. It's not faded at all. I'm pretty happy with it. The card shows, I think, at least like a 9. So whatever, I'm happy enough. I'm not going to sell it. It's not worth anything, but obviously the steroid guys are tough ones. But all right, the Kerry Wood. Kerry Wood's another one like Randy Johnson. I loved this guy. He's one of my personal favorites. I say like Randy Johnson because the guy was an absolute fireballer, just setting the world on fire when it came to strikeout records. I remember that 20 strikeout game was just unbelievable. I thought Wood would be one of these 3,000 strikeout guys, possibly even get traded to a winning team and win 200, 300 games. Obviously, injuries derailed his career, so probably not going to make it into the Hall of Fame, but still a phenom that was an influential player during my time. I thought this card should be a 10. This is an all-black 97 Bowman. These are tough. Also, I did buy this in complete set, pulled it out of the set. They gave me a, oh, that's brutal, an 8. Again, I don't get it. All right, I feel like this is worse almost than that Randy Johnson that I wasted the effort sending in, but I don't know how this card would possibly be an 8. I mean, I could have lived with a 9. This card is beautiful. I don't get it. Huh? Again, didn't expect to win them all, and I expected to have a few where I felt like I got punched in the heart, and that was one of them. All right, another one here that I kind of, this was the last second throw, and this was the last one of this submission that I thought, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and send that in as well. Why not? Came from that same set as the Kerry Wood. It was the 97 Bowman Roy Halladay rookie card. Again, I bought that set as a kid, so I set broke this card, pulled it out, said, let's find out what we get. It looks flawless to me. I don't have a loop, so maybe I need to get a loop so I can see where the real flaws are for some of these tougher graded cards. But let's see here. I predicted a 10 because this card is absolutely flawless in every aspect. thinking I can get a 9 from my friends at Pacific Sports Authenticators, and they did me good. Yeah, 9, that's what I thought. It's really what I thought. Not that I think this is a 9, I think it's a 10, but that's just how they do us. My name is not Dimitri Young, or what was that other guy's name with his name on the cards? Lionel something or other. So, yeah, whatever. I don't pay for the special privileges, I guess. So, all right, number 265. This is my Bobby Witt Jr. rookie card. I did pull this straight out of a pack. It's a 2022 Panini. Isn't Panini the same as Donruss now? I don't understand all these names. Mosaic, Panini, this and that, blah, 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 whatever. All right, so we got a 10 is what I thought, and I'm saying PSA is going to do me right. This is a silver prism. Maybe that's something rare. I have no idea. And they gave me a... Oh, talk about arrow to the heart. That is dirty. An 8. That is the roughest of rough. I pulled this out of a pack, and it went straight into one of the card savers. This is dirty. I'm guessing maybe because these silver stupid prism cards, like the edges come out fucked up from the factory. Anyway, sorry. Just, I'm really frustrated with this one. This one should have been a 10. This one's frustrating. Whatever. It's not like I'm out fortunes there, but it's just frustrating. Okay, here's the card. I did not put this card last, even though my 2 loyal subscribers will think it was last. This one's fantastic. So this is a card I submitted almost as a joke, really. So I love Nomar Garciaparra. He was a tiny guy, but he was a gamer. I mean, this dude could play. I really enjoyed watching him. I think if that's right, yeah, 6 foot 160. He was a thin dude. His name spelled backwards was his father's name, Ramon. So I always thought that was a good. I don't know why I like that so much. I thought it was great. Love this card. This is one I did pull out of a pack. It's the 95 Bowman Gold foil. So with this card, this is one where I was kind of joking with my 2 buddies here and said, this card's going to get me a 10. And I was really inspecting it everywhere. I think John even said I should expect a 5 on this. I can't remember what Darren predicted. I said, you know what? PSA is going to do me right on this card. They're not going to give me any less than a 9, maybe a 10. Let's see what you got, PSA. You guys ready? 9. Yeah, there you go. You know what? I'm happy enough with that. As I'm looking at it here, the centering is off oh so slightly, right? And then if you look, like they've got some marks here, but those are from the factory. That's part of this stupid gold foil thing. I'm pretty happy with that 9. I did think I could get a 10 out of this. I'm not going to lie. But I'm pretty happy with that. So anyway, that is it. I will do another reveal when I get the next submission I get back. I have not sent it on yet, but sent it to SGC. I'm going to give them a try for some 2023 tops that I did, some pack pulls. Nothing super rare valuable there either. I just kind of want to give SGC a try, and they've got a $9 grade special, so we'll give that a shot. And then as soon as I get those last 2 back of my vintage, we will take a look. So quick recap. I'll also do a screenshot and send to my paid subscribers to see the comparisons between predicted and actual. So out of however many of these, I didn't count how many I had in here either. Let's see what we ended up here real quick. If you're still watching this, man, get a life. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, if I had some 4s and below, I'd complete the entire set of numbers at least. So I did get 2 10s like I predicted. It's not exactly the 2 I expected. Looks like 9s win the day. 1 5, 1 6, 1 7. Looks like I got 4 8s. I believe it's 6 9s and 2 10s. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and come back and see me again next time. You may have noticed I did get my Don Mattingly rookie, so I'll be taking a closer look at that when I have a chance here. Also got this 61 Zorro Versailles rookie card. I believe he was the 1965 National League MVP, and I just crashed and wrecked the whole set here. Anyway, all right. We'll see you, folks. That's all for now.